lesson. Today we are going to look at a question on calculation of volume, and the question reads: a cylindrical tank of radius 2.8 meters has a capacity of 61,600 liters. Calculate the height of the tank in meters. So let us try to do this question together. So let us try to sketch this. We have the tank, which is in the shape of a cylinder, and we have been told that the radius of the tank is 2.8 meters and it has a capacity of 61,600 liters. We are supposed to calculate the height of the tank in meters. The first thing we need to do, we need to change liters into meter cubic, since we are supposed to calculate the height in meters. And we know 1 meter cubic is equivalent to 1000 liters. What about 61,600? 61,600 will be equal to, we take 61,600, we multiply by 1 everything divided by 1000, and this one gives us 61.6 meter cubic. So the capacity of this tank is 61,600 liters, but in meter cubic will give us 61.6 meter cubic. And we know the volume of a cylinder is given by pi r squared h. In this case, we know pi is 22/7. We multiply by the radius, which is 2.8, times 2.8 times the height, and this one is going to give us 61.6 meter cubic. So if you take 22 times 2.8 times 2.8, this one is going to give us 172.48 times h, which gives us 172.848 h, divided by 7, and this one is going to give us 61.6. If you want to get rid of this fraction, we multiply by 7 on both sides, such that 7 and 7 goes. We remain with 172.48 h, and this one is going to give us 61.6. We multiply by 7, and this gives us 431.2. For us to get the height, we divide both sides by 172.48, divide by 172.48, and in this case 172.48 cancels, and our height is going to be equal to, you take 431.2 divided by 172.48, you get 2.5 meters, and that is the height. That is the height of the tank. That is the height of the tank, which is 2.5 meters. We move down. B, the above tank was initially a quarter full of water. So let us get the volume that was initially there. So to get the volume of the water initially in the tank, you take a quarter times the volume in meter cubic, which is 61.6, and this one gives us what? That is the same as 61.6, you divide by 4, and this gives us 15.4. This gives us 15.4 meter cubic. So they are saying we calculate the height of the tank with a volume of 15.4 meter cubic. We know volume is given by pi r squared h, and in this case we know our pi is 22/7 times the radius squared, which is 2.8 times 2.8 times the height, and this one will be equal to 15.4. 22 times 2.8 times 2.8 will give us 172.48 H. We divide by 7, and this one will give us 15.4. So once again, to get rid of this fraction here, we multiply both sides by 7, and 7 and 7 goes. We remain with 172.48 H, and this one is going to be equal to 15.4 times 7, which gives us 107.8. Gives us 107.8. So if you want to get the new height, we divide by 172.48. We divide by 172.48. That is on both sides. This one and this one goes, and our height is going to be equal to 107.8 divided by 172.48, which gives us 0.625. We have 0.625 meters, and that is the height of the water in the tank when it is a quarter full. Next, C. Water was added into this tank until it was 3/4 full. It means initially it was a quarter full, and we are adding it water until it is 3/4 full. Calculate the volume of the water that was added. This one is very easy again. We know that 3/4, the tank is now 3/5 full, meaning volume of water that was added will be equal to, we take 3/4 of the tank, which is 61.6 meter cubic. This is the new total volume. We minus the volume that was there, which is 1/4 of the total capacity of 61.6, and this one is going to give us, that is not 3/4 but 3/5, sorry, that is 3/5, and in this case 3/5 of 61.6, we multiply by 3/5, you get 36.96. 36.96 is now the total new volume minus the volume that was initially there, which is the same as 1/4 of 61.6, which gives us 15.4. 15.4 was the water that was initially there, and we added the water up to the volume of that 6.96, meaning the volume of the water that was added will be equal to 36.96 minus the water that was initially there, and this gives us 21.56 meter cubic. The next question we have is that of calculating the new height of water in the tank, and in this case, since we have been told that the water was added until 3/4 full, and we know the total height of the tank is 2.5, we can now calculate the new height, and the new height is going to be 3/5 of the total height of the tank, which is 2.5. And if you take 3/5 of 2.5, 3/5 of 2.5, this one is going to give us 1.5 meters. So the new height of the water in the tank is 1.5 meters, or you can calculate the height from the volume here. That is pi r squared h will be equal to the new volume, which is 36.96. From there you get the volume, but the easiest way is that you take 3/5 of 2.5, which is the total height of the tank, to give us 1.5, and that is the answer to that Roman 2 part C of that particular question. Thank you for watching and welcome to the channel.